As we've seen, English is a language spoken by millions of people across the globe. The language, however, didn't always exist, but instead evolved over generations and across continents to become the language we speak today. It's impossible to go back far enough into history to know exactly where English came from originally, as historical records don't go back that far. But we can trace it back up to around 6,000 years ago. If we trace the development of the English language back as far as possible, we will find the first traces of English in a language known as Proto-Indo-European, which was a spoken language in modern-day Ukraine and Russia around 4000 BC. Around 500 BC, this Proto-Indo-European language evolved and became known as the Proto-Germanic language. And it is from this language that English, Swedish, German, and various other languages evolved. Old English belongs to the Germanic language family, as it was brought to the British Isles by three different groups of people, known as the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, during the 5th and 6th centuries. As these Anglo-Saxon speaking Angles, Saxons, and Jutes became more widespread in the British Isles, the language changed dramatically. German words starting with P were replaced with a P sound, whereas the original English words starting with a P stayed the same. A similar change happened to Swedish words with an SK sound, which changed to have a sh sound instead. After these changes to the language were introduced, English evolved even further when Vikings added more vocabulary from Old Norse to the language during the 8th to 11th centuries. Now, many English words still contain the SK sound that was changed to sh, but that is because most of these words were directly borrowed from Old Norse. A further adaptation to Old English occurred when modern English was born when the Normans invaded England in 1066, and the French-speaking ruling class added French and Latin vocabulary to Old English. Modern English we speak today is thus a combination of French, Latin, German, Old Norse, and various other languages, which evolved over thousands of years to be spoken by millions of people around the world every day. And the language is still evolving to include new vocabulary every single year.